What if the person who seems to have it all is actually the one struggling the most? On the outside, you are smiling. You are productive. You are the strong one. But inside, you feel quietly falling apart. If that sounds like you, you are not alone and you are not broken. Let's talk about what's really happening. Some people wake up every day, get dressed, show up, smile, walk, take care of others, and still go to bed feeling empty. Nothing dramatic, not falling apart, just empty. And the strange thing is, most people would never guess, because from the outside, everything looks fine. You are doing what needs to be done. You are responsible and very productive. You are reliable. You laugh when you are supposed to. You reply messages, meet expectations, but inside you, something feels heavy or numb or tired in a way that even sleep doesn't fix. This is what many people experience as high functioning depression. And if you are listening to me right now, there's a chance this feels uncomfortably familiar. High functioning depression doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it doesn't look like tears at all. Sometimes it looks like smiling automatically, like keeping busy, being the strong one everybody depends on. You still show up, so no one worries. You still function. You hold everything together, so no one asks questions. And even if they do ask, you say, "I'm fine." Not because you are lying, but because explaining how you really feel is exhausting. And honestly, you might not even have the words. One of the hardest parts of this is that you don't feel depressed enough to ask for help. You tell yourself, other people have it worse. I should be grateful. I'm coping, so I must be okay. But deep down, you know something isn't right. You are not excited anymore. Things that used to bring joy barely touch you. You wake up tired. You go to bed tired. And you can't remember the last time you felt fully alive. People with high functioning depression are often praised. You are strong. You are so strong. You handle things so well. I don't know how you do it. And you smile. You nod. You say thank you. But what no one sees is the cost of that strength. Because being strong all the time means you will never get to rest emotionally. It means you carry things quietly. It means you don't feel safe enough to fall apart. Sometimes the depression hides behind busyness. You stay busy so you don't have to feel. You keep moving so you don't have to sit with the emptiness. You overwork, you overgive, you overachieve. Not because you love it, but because slowing down would mean facing what you have been avoiding. And that feels scary. You might not cry often. You might not even feel sad. Instead, you feel numb, detached, like you are rewatching your life instead of living it. You smile on the outside, but inside you are quietly struggling. And because you are still functioning, the world assumes you are okay. There's a silent danger in that. When someone is visibly struggling, people rush in. But when someone is coping too well, the world steps back. And over time, that silence becomes heavy. You start believing you are supposed to handle everything alone. That asking for help would disappoint people. That resting means you are lazy. So you keep going, even when you are exhausted. Let me say this gently. Being able to cope does not mean you should have to. Functioning is not the same as being okay. And just because you can push through doesn't mean you should. For many people, smiling becomes a mask. You smile so others don't worry. You smile so you don't have to explain. You smile because it's easier than saying, I'm not okay, but I don't know why. And maybe you don't even want attention. You just want relief. You want to feel lighter. You want to feel present. You want to feel like yourself again. If this sounds like you, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. And you are not failing. Often, high-functioning depression is what happens when someone has been strong for too long. Someone who learned early to cope quietly. Someone who carried responsibility before they were ready. someone who puts their needs last for years. Nothing is wrong with you. Something overwhelmed you. Something went unmet. Something inside you needs care, not criticism. Now, if you are wondering how to come out of this, I want to be honest with you. There is no sudden switch, no overnight breakthrough, no moment where everything magically feels better. Coming out of high functioning depression is usually quiet, slow, but very human. The first step is not changing your life. It's telling yourself the truth. Admitting without judgment that you are tired, that you've been carrying too much, that functioning has turned into for survival. You don't need a perfect label. You don't need to explain it well. You just need to stop pretending that you are fine when you are not. The next step is learning to rest without guilt. Not collapsing, not quitting everything, just resting. Resting your body, resting your mind, resting from always being on. If you are used to pushing through, rest will feel uncomfortable at first. That doesn't mean you are doing it wrong. It just means that your nervous system is learning something new. Another step is letting at least one safe person see the real you. Not everyone deserves your truth, but someone should. That could be a friend, a partner, a therapist, a family member, a doctor. You don't need the right words. You can say, "I'm not okay, but I don't know how to explain it." Or, "I'm tired in a way rest doesn't fix." That honesty matters more than sounding strong. Coming out of this also means reducing the pressure to perform. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to smile to be accepted. You don't need to be productive to be worthy. Start asking yourself, what would feel a little lighter today? Not perfect, not impressive, just lighter. And allow that to be enough. Support is also part of healing. High functioning depression is still depression, and support is not failure. If counseling, therapy, or medical support is available to you, it doesn't mean you are weak. it means you are choosing care over collapse. And if support isn't accessible right now, that doesn't mean you are stuck. It just means you start where you are. Healing also lives in the body, not just the mind. Sometimes gentle movement helps. A walk, stretching, dancing alone in your room. Not to change your body, but to remind yourself that you are alive. Often, your body feels the healing before your thoughts do. Be patient with yourself. You didn't end up here overnight. You won't leave it overnight either. Some days will feel lighter, some days won't. And that doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are a human. If you are listening to this and quietly hoping for a sign that things can change, this is it. You don't have to stop functioning all at once. You just have to stop suffering alone. Little by little, with honesty and support, life can begin to feel like something you are living again, not just surviving. And you deserve that. Thank you for being here. And if no one has told you this, I want you to hear this. You matter. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.